Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel QA Junction. In this video, you are going to learn the concept of handling child tabs of the website using Cypress. Before moving forward, let's understand what is child tab. On a web page, if you are clicking on any web element that is opening up the new tab on the browser is known as child tab. Let me give you an example. This is the Flipkart's products page. When you click on any product, you can notice this child tab is getting open. This is known as child tab and this one is considered as parent tab. In order to perform the actions on child tab, you need to tell Cypress automation tool because by default Cypress has the access on parent tab, not on child tab. Steps for handling the child tabs in Cypress. Inspect the web element and observe the HTML property. You will find the attribute with the name target and value with blank. Write down the CSS locator and use .invoke method. As I shown in my slide, cy.get CSS and .invoke. In invoke, we need to pass the argument, remove attribute, comma, and write the name of the attribute and then .click. Let me show you on the web page. Right click and inspect. You can see there is an attribute with the name target and value as blank. We need to write this CSS locator for this HTML property in Cypress and then we will be using .invoke method. There we will be passing the argument remove attribute and the target is the attribute name. What developer did here is he kept target equal to blank, so whenever user is clicking on any of the product, it will open the child tab and it will show the product details. So if we use invoke method and there if we remove the attribute called target, it will open the same page in the parent tab itself. This is pretty much about theory. Let us do it in practical. I think you already know these steps. First step, reference types equal to Cypress is used for auto-suggest to Cypress methods. You already know describe and it block. We will use this to write down our test cases. If you don't know this, please watch my previous videos. Inside the it block, you can perform your test cases. Our first step is to navigate to flipkart.com. So I will be using cy.visit and give the URL of Flipkart. Here we go. After navigating on this flipkart.com, you need to search something in the search input field. Write down the CSS locator for this search input field. Right click, inspect. This is the HTML property which is highlighting search for products, brands and more input field. Tag name is input and attribute is title equal to value is the title's value. Use it in your VS Code. cy.get, give the CSS locator dot. We will be using type method to enter the data, type type, and I am typing Fastrack watch. After typing, I want to hit enter. For that, I will be using enter. Open the curly braces, write enter in it. Alright, after navigating, we will be typing for Fastrack watch and it will navigate us to the products list. So here I want to click on this first watch. After clicking on this, I am redirecting to this child tab. We already discussed the steps for handling child tabs. Right click and inspect. You can see there is a target, attribute and blank as value. So I am writing the CSS for this. If you observe, it is falling under this parent tag. I want to traverse from this parent tag to this child tag. How can I do this using CSS locator? So let me explain you. Just write down the CSS locator for this first. Tag name is div, attribute is class and value, paste the value here. Space div space a. You see, we have successfully traversed to this child tag. And we only use spaces to traverse in CSS locator. Let me write down this class value as well. Tag name was a, class equal to value. This is the common CSS for all the products here. As you can see, it is showing 1 of 33. If you keep hitting enter, you will see all the products are getting highlighted. So from this, I only want to click on the first batch that appears. Use this CSS in your VS Code. cy.get, write down the CSS, and there is a method called .eq, and I can give the indexes here in this eq. So I am giving it as 1, which means it will only click on the second product that appears on this page. We need to remove this target attribute, right? For that, we will be using invoke method. Invoke, open the braces, and write down remove attribute, which is auto suggestive. You can select this, remove ATTR, comma, and what is the attribute name? Target. And then you can perform click functionality. Let us first execute this. Save it. Open the Cypress dashboard. npx cypress open. Hit enter. Select end-to-end testing and click on the start end-to-end testing in Chrome. Select your spec file. My spec file name is flipkart.js. I am clicking on that. Cypress test runner is executing our test case. As you can see, it will search for the watch and it will click. And you can notice that here there is no child tab opened because we have already used invoke method to remove the attribute called target. And from this child tab, you can now perform any actions. Let's do add to cart from child tab. Inspect the button add to cart, right click and inspect. We can use this button tag, class is attribute and value is this. Tag name is button, attribute is class and value, paste it here in single quotes. As you can see, it is matching 1 of 1 and exactly highlighting add to cart. Use it in your VS Code. cy.get, write down the CSS locator and .click. Here we go. I am giving some 3 seconds of wait here after navigating to child tab because it is taking minimum of 2 seconds to load. cy.wait 3 seconds. After clicking, I am giving 3 seconds of wait to see the changes. Just save your spec file and Cypress test runner will auto run your test case. As you can see, Cypress test runner is executing your test case. It will go to child tab and click on add to cart button. Our test case got passed and it successfully clicked on add to cart. This is pretty much about handling the child tab using Cypress. Thank you.